Hi friends, this is Katherine Katches and I'm here with Sam Muesli and he's with Meadow Vista Saw. Thank you, Sam, for having us today.
Thanks for coming.
So tell us what you do. I see a lot of chainsaws, and give the community a little bit about what you do here in your workshop.
Okay, so this is a bit of a hobby gone wild.
Okay.
I worked an office job until I retired on August 1st. And for the last several years, I've been repairing chainsaws and small engines in my workshop. Just my
Nice.
little escape from all the meetings of the day.
Yeah.
And then I've turned over to doing this full time.
Nice. Okay.
And so I've got a bunch of arborist customers and homeowners and such, and I'm
Yeah.
surprised at the demand, but it's been really good.
Yeah. So you repair chainsaws that aren't operating.
Yep, or
And
tune them
then-
up and make them more powerful.
Okay.
So I also port saws. I take the motors apart and I will change the architecture of the motor
Oh, okay.
and make them more powerful.
Oh, okay.
And so
Wow.
sometimes people want that. Sometimes they want just their ordinary saw to just do more.
Okay. And then you also do chainsaw sharpening, you mentioned, right?
I do. I
Okay.
sharpen chains. Not my favorite thing to do, but
Okay.
you have to do that as part of the service, you know.
Yeah.
And sometimes people bring me 10, 14 chains to sharpen, and
Okay.
I spend the day doing it.
Okay.
But mostly I'll just sharpen up your saw when you bring it in for repair. That kind of
Okay. I know my dad has looked for people to do that, so that's good to know.
What else can I show you around?
Yeah, show us
Or
around.
did you want to ask more questions?
Well, I was just going to ask, like, what's your typical turnaround? You know, what your...
That's a good question. There's some people who are afraid to bring their stuff into the shop because they think it's going to be gone for a couple of months, and then they'll find out at the end of that it can't be fixed. I typically dive into something in a couple of days
Okay.
because I want to find out if I need to order any parts. And then typically a week turnaround.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
honestly, I just love what I do and I dive into it. And
Okay.
so some things that are more complicated, rare old saws that I have to source parts for will take
Okay.
longer, but generally it's a pretty quick turnaround.
Oh, I'm impressed. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't you show us? I know you have a kind of a cool story about a chainsaw maybe you could tell us about.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
So anyway, I have a contract with CAL FIRE where I would deploy with the fire camp if a fire breaks out in the area. And do you want to show the trailer later?
Yeah, we can show the trailer.
And then let's see. So
Okay.
here's the chain sharpening station. I've got another one in the trailer. This is for doing the timing of the motors for porting work, and that's some of the carving tools that I have, and a lathe for doing some of that metal work as well. Here's this is a saw that belongs to a gentleman's deceased father, and he needs to maintain his property, and he has a bunch of trees that fell last year, so he wants to do them with his dad's saw. And the problem is some of these parts are pretty obscure and hard to find. So this is one that takes longer than than a week or two.
Yeah, so it's more sentimental.
Yeah, absolutely. And then some of the like arborists will bring me saws, bars that need repair. So I'm putting a new tip on this bar. Some bars you can do that.
Okay.
Here's the workstation. This is the carburetor from that mower that I'm taking apart.
Oh, okay.
I didn't show you the private collection. These are the big faller saws that I get to take. Whenever a tree falls in the area, I bring about 7 or 8 saws. I get all nerdy.
Okay, Sam, so if someone wants to use your services, how would they get a hold of you? What's the best way?
Oh, my cell phone number is the best. Everything's done through text or calls.
Okay.
So 916-716-6436.
Okay, and you said by appointment only, correct?
Yes, please,
Yes.
because I've had people scare the heck out of me when they walk into my shop.
And you're working on something that's loud. And you
Yeah,
don't
I got my
expect them.
music going,
Yeah.
and so
Yeah.
anyway, if they can let me know ahead of time, that
Okay.
way I can keep the pace.
Yeah, and
even.
Sam is right here in Meadow Vista. So if you're local to Meadow Vista, it's nice and convenient.
Yep.
Yes. Well, thank you for having me. And
Thanks
I
for
think you're
coming.
going to
Oh,
fire one
here.
up for me here.
This is one of the ported saws. It's a 50cc,
Okay.
little guy. It is very powerful.
It looks scary. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. It's been a great getting to know you and meet you. And thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Awesome.
Take care, you guys.